Hello, Pauper people, and welcome back to another weekly league with combo walls. Today we are trying a variation on the 7-land build, mostly related to the sideboard. As you can see, I got these test walls because I started testing many configurations to try to see if we can adapt or play a better game against the two big decks that I faced on League these weeks, which were Mono Red in all these variants, but especially the Madness Red and the variant with the guy who does 2 damage, the pinger for 2 damage. I cannot remember right now the name of it, which were way faster for us to handle, coupled to the usual suspects. So what we did, main deck, I started with very difficult different lists and then gravitated back to a more or less normal main deck. We have 7 lands, 4 land breadth, and we have 6 land searcher. These guys we need against red. Then everything is standard for winding ways, for leads. The, let's say, odd slot is the second Crashing Drawbridge that I used to go to 61 cards because I found out that with 60 only I tended to flood a little too much in some cases, and in general what I wanted to have is a good amount of 2-drops. So I wanted to add 1 2-drop. I tested in with Wall Roots, Crashing Drawbridge, and even Vine Trellis this week, but in the end, the ability of Crashing Drawbridge is probably the best for this version. Then we really go wild with the sideboard because we play blasts. In order to beat various decks, I think we need to go fast, and the fastest interaction in general that we have are the Hydroblast and Pyroblasts. So we have 4 Hydroblasts, 1 Pulse, and a certain amount of Masked Vandals against all the red variants. Against the Black-Red Madness, usually we play instead the Scattershot Elves. We don't need the Vandals. Against Affinity, we have Vandals, Affinity Enchant, and Hydro. Against the blue decks, we have Pyros, Scattershots if they are Fairies, Standard Bearer if they are Terror. We use the Standard Bearer in general against black removal. Finally, we can try to use Pyro against High Tide, which is, not going to work most likely, but I just want to try. So the sideboard is kind of clean. When we board in many spells, we are going to side out a lot of winding ways. Probably not all of them, but most of them. I think I will try some other lists, probably with 0 winding way again, to see if I can find some better configuration. Because what I find out is that I don't really need winding way in most of the game except when I mulligan too much. But if I use the winding way slot for not mulliganing too much, it could be good. Anyhow, let's see how this deck fares. Of course, being League, I expect that we'll not face any of the top decks. We even have Standard Bearer against Elves, and in part against White Removal. But yeah, it will be. It will be. So with this philosophical closeout, let's go to match 1. Match 1 against Professor Bay. We are on the play. We have a reasonable hand. The land grant is kind of useless. In the worst case, we will discard it. Turn 1, we are going to Sagu. We are not sure what we are facing. Ah, our opponent is watching my videos. Ah, yeah, and they just had the 5-0 with Walls today. So we might be on the mirror. That means they are most likely on Terminus list. So we are going to be way too slow. Therefore, we just went away. What do we cut? I think we cut the end. Next turn, we are going to Axebane into Land Grant. But we need something more for the turn 4 kill. We keep not finding very exciting cards, but we have almost no more length in our deck. The problem is that removing length is not advancing our game state against a fast combo deck. Let's see what they have. Oh, your card or spell? No, okay. So they have quite a bit of defenders, but they did not keep one spell in hand, so that removes the possibility of the kill using the ripping line if they draw just one drift next turn. Here we are going to Winding Way first, just for mana efficiency, and we find not much. We just play the other Axebane, and let's hope they do not have much. It seems so. And here we have the kill. This was... I will check. I will tell him later. Actually, I tell him. Okay. Now we show the kill count. Let's see if they concede. If they don't, we will just lead to go a little faster. Opponent is saying hello YouTube. Get at least another defender. Then they concede. So here we are going to standard bearer pulse and removing all the Sagus. We want to be as fast as possible, and Sagu going back into the library helps with the length, but slows down the combo and makes less good windy way and lead. Of course, it's slightly scarier in terms of finding the first length. But in any case, Sagu needs a land first. So we mulligan, they also mulligan, and we have a good hand. We are putting down the drift. Here we have another battlement, which is good. Oh, they kept the one lander. So let's see if they have the battlement. They do. So for the moment, they are advantaged. Multiple battlements. So we have more or less the same hand, except they are one turn faster. Now Saruli is the play. Good news is no Axebane. Here we are more or less doing the same thing they did. And we find a full set of battlements. What did we bin? Another winding way. They still have a drift. Let's see if they drift for something. We really would like to have at least a Orochi. funny thinking. This might mean they have only one drift and cannot understand what they have in addition. In that case, if they have only that drift and we are so well, we don't know what they have, so it's difficult to anticipate if they should go for the lead or the axeman. If they had anything else, they might even go for tuck tuck. They also have the full set of button ends. No, I mean they had the kill. Okay, they go for tuck tuck. I mean, no, I don't know. We just see. If they also have the axe, okay. So, I mean, they had the really the kill. They just took a little to find it, and now they can go the ripping line. As soon as they play the ripping, we concede. Okay, 1-1. They had quite a good draw, even if on one land. Game 3. Let's hope we also have a reasonable hand this time. Being on the play is important, but this might be compensated by the fact that our deck is slightly slower than theirs. He's really enjoying finding the lines of walls combo. So we mulligan. Oh man, this is bad, but we keep it. Only because we have the 3D net. I am not very optimistic. Now I'm much more optimistic. Being lucky is always the way. So let's see if they can turn 3 or they can grab us or whatever. Oh man, they do have the turn 3 possibility. So here we just go Axpeng anyway, and they know they have to turn 3. Of course, we whiff. Let's see if they have turn 3. That would be an elegant solution of our deck not cooperating with us. So they transmute for free, and I think we are dead. She was sent here? No. There we are. And we concede. Match 2 against another Italian Andrea like myself. We have a reasonable draw. Let's see what they play. They're mulligan into 5. Here our basic line is Saruli into Quirion into Crushing Drawbridge, turn 2. Oh man, black, what is this? Form of altar? No, some form of or spy or dredge, but I think spy is the deck now, and we are really not favored against spy. They are faster than us. The Frid goes. The good thing is that in this case we are playing with the red invoker. So in theory we have a potential answer. Here we don't care if they have another mesmeric fiend, while we prefer to have the possibility of having an active drawbridge next turn. They also land Grant, so let's see what they are. Dredge. So Dredge is slightly better for us than Spy because it usually is slightly slower. Let's see what they keep between Sakura and they choose Sakura, they assume. Okay. Yeah, I made a mess, but it's fine. I was tempted to block. With okay. Okay, we get exactly the best possible cards we could. Next turn we have the kill. We could even have it this turn if we draw additional Quirios. We don't draw additional Quirios. But we refill our hand, and this should be relatively easy with this time. Pura, which is what I had. And we have one unknown. Okay, here we don't do much, we just go for the win. I didn't properly stack it. I was a little lazy. We unfortunately have to show the invoker. They do not concede. Okay. Let's see if 20 blue is enough. I'm not sure. Should probably even with some margin. I didn't. I'm lazy this morning. I didn't want to do the calculation. Yeah, we had 5, so we should be more than 5. Against the edge, we basically have nothing except in the sideboard except the pulse. So our sideboard that was supposed to be for, indeed, it was more for the probably the challenge meta than league. For the moment, is kind of useless because we are not facing any of the decks that until yesterday were infesting the league. Yesterday and the day before, it was something like 60% red or red and black madness, a lot of elves, and many fairies. This morning I'm only seeing different ones. Okay, so we keep this one only because we have the drawbridge. Let's see what they have. Oh, they are spy. So we are, yeah, that I would say. They have 2 billion mesmeric fiends. They know our hand, so I don't care about anything they could get. If they want to take the crashing drawbridge, is fine. I'm becoming restless because oh, they knew my hand. So what they are thinking about. Now they are going to remove also the lid in this case, and all of this is in theory meant to slow them down the mana deployment, but I think they are able to do both. So now the lid goes. They keep drawing. Ah, the land searching cards. Here they are choosing if, yeah, killing the crushing drawbridge, finding more land. It's basically the same. We are dead anyhow. As soon as they find the last land. They play the commune. They find the last land. But they cannot kill us this turn, so theoretically we could be very, very lucky and do something. I will use, and indeed we are very, very lucky. Now we will show them how lucky we are. Okay, here it's not too bad. We lose the pulse, but it's okay. So now I think they win, but we reached turn 6, which is quite good. I don't think this version is the 6 land one. Yeah, we cannot even try. Let's see how many creatures they have, just to see if the pulse has any merit. Yeah, the pulse was useful, but we don't have enough mana. Of course, we should have targeted something of theirs. And we die. I don't know why we keep going back to that screen. Anyhow, yeah, this is fine. We just resubmit and we hope to have a fast draw. Or we try to mulligan towards it. It's incredible how basically every combo decks is now favored against us because every deck got multiple incredibly strong cards in the last few sets, while we didn't get anything in more than a couple of years. I mean, the real last card we had was She-Wolf Sentinel, and then the best two things we can use are Generous Scent and Sagu. Okay, let's hope for something reasonable. This is the closest we can get to something reasonable. The mulligan aggressively once again. I don't know if looking for the first mana or for the mesmerics. Here we just get another forest. So they have the spy and multiple mana. So we are dead probably. Turn 4. Of course, we draw nothing. I think here we just develop our mana not to have to possibly discard. And we need to find a good wall next turn. This is so. Come on. I didn't remember if let's see if like they show it. Yeah, they just drew it. So Alchemist is going. If they take Drift is an error. I want to scry because I mean they are so slow. We get another useless land. Attack. Let's see if they block. Ah, we lost the pulse. I didn't notice that. Okay. I think here we go for the Axebane. Not sure why they did this. Okay, so we should have the kill. I didn't see, I actually didn't check if they had the stuff out. I don't remember. They didn't. Okay. This time we were lucky. Let's see if they concede. I doubt, but yeah, they made us play it out also before, so let's see if we find more. Yeah, we find definitely more defenders. Don't think they play weather. In any case, we are infinite. I cannot think of anything else. Let's see if they have it. Okay, so we do 6 mana. Okay, they concede. Okay, this was very, very close, and we were very, very lucky. Also a bit unlucky. We are 1-1. Match 3 against the Tommy Cakes. We're on the draw and we mulligan. We get an okay hand. Lots of mana. What we're actually going to bottom the land grant. Ah, they also are mulliganing. They are fairies. Okay, presumably. Mono blue. Let's see. We have no blockers. They might be have only one land. They do have only one land. Here we cannot. Oh, we just get length and length and length out of the deck. This game is probably gone already. We have a chance only if they do not find land in the 2 draw steps they will have disturbed. And they did not find it. Here we keep finding weird stuff. Let's hope they do not have the first spike. They do have it, and of course they sandbag it. I don't understand this. I mean, no top player does that. There is no point in doing that, except looking like a kid. Maybe they are a kid. So let's see if they found a second land. Unable to scream down is very good. Yeah, they found it. So we are not going to do much. But okay, we try Windy Way. Let's see if they counter. We keep not finding anything. See if they have the fairy. They have a counter spell. So we have no more lands in the deck. Now I don't know exactly what we are going to do. The new ninja is, I think, really well balanced. They found the third land. Okay. So this doesn't change too much what we're going to do. Unless we draw something good, we're going to play the Sagu. We do draw something good. Here we don't care if they counter. They do not have counters. They do have it. Let's see if they have also another ninja. They don't. I think we needed the land grant. Let's see if they have another counter. They do. We are going to lose this game in a really incredible way. See if they keep countering everything we do. Yes, they do. Multiple force spikes. Unexpected. Let's see if they have also another snap. They do. Okay. They had the ninja. It's unbelievable. We probably played badly, but I mean, their luck is amazing. Let's see if they have yet another horse spike. They do. I actually didn't realize I have an extra copy. Okay. Ah, I forgot to talk. We are slowly coming out of this weird situation. The thing is that they are going to counter just our Valakut. So we draw a little bit more of cards and then we start attacking. Oh, okay, this is something that I wanted to see. So we start picking slowly. Here we keep drawing cards. I complained quite a lot, but so we have 10. Yeah, I just keep playing. Guys, for a moment we wait. We are back to 16 life from 1. This was a wild game. The funny thing is that even drawing 8 extra cards or something with the third path, we are just barely have drawn more cards than opponent. Okay, here we start attacking with the Sagus. We untap one of them. I just draw a little more, only because I can. I don't think there is much else for us to draw. Only one Gerosent, but I don't think we're going to use it. They play yet another fairy. They are using a lot of time. Oh, okay. Okay, we won in a unexpected fashion. So here we are putting here, I don't know, these 6 cards here. Pyro or Vandals or Pulse. Let's try this just mostly for the fun. We are removing all the land grants, especially on the draw. And one Tinderhole. So now the finding the land will be crucial. We have, I think, very little possibility, but we keep this one only because we have both archer and land. As always, we don't respect the possible. They do not have the ninja. Uh, Here now we have a reasonable position, but we need at least one land. I think these guys are. I mean, the owl is good. We block if they have the cut shot. It's fine. Come on. Ah. Next turn we can actually. Now we have Pyro up and theoretically the standard bear. We try the standard bearer. If they counter it, it's fine. Yeah. We are 11 card in without seeing another land. We cannot complain too much, but they keep attacking each turn. This thing is a joke. Okay. Maybe they want to cast a big ninja. Hard cast it. And here we counter. Okay, we block. We finally find something. Let's see if they have another one. They do, but now we have the blocker. Take land. They probably have a snap, but I would have snapped the scatter shot. Have another ninja, which is okay. Let's see if they have the annul. Another real counter. Wow. Mm, yeah. Here we were just making room for the lead. It's fine. See if there is another ninja. They do. This is the third big ninja they've seen. Zero fairies up to now. Oh, we finally find a creature. We are going to take a hit for the small ninja, but it's fine. Okay, so here we just start with the lead, and is close to perfect. Okay, here we are going to basically do whatever we want. We have the kill anytime. But we are going to start attacking. And they can see that. Okay, weird games. We had strange hands. Opponent also had anomalous ones. And we won 2-0. I should be less salty and play more, I think. So in the league we are 2-1, just losing the mirror. Match 3, I actually forgot to record the first game. We are against the Nizevic, and they are on White Weenie. We had not a very good hand, but we could have the kill anyhow. And when I transmuted, I noticed that, of course, the Winding Way turn 2 had been defeated. So we gave them one additional turn, and they had the kill with Pledge plus Ramosian Rally. So now we are going to bring in the Pulse and a couple of scatter shots. We are removing one Orochi. One Winding Way. And the third path. White Weenie is actually quite kind of difficult right now. It's all the fault of Trap and Charm and us not playing anymore Moment Piece, basically. Here we have a reasonable hand, but definitely not spectacular. I would expect them to have the uh, Destroy Evil that will shatter us. So we start showing them our hand, showing them that we have not really a good hand, that all depends on overgrown uh, resisting one turn. They might even play the um, Journey. Not all the white players play Journey. Okay, we did have the battlement uh, survive for one turn, and here we have actually double wall. So let's see if they have the land plus trap and charm. They have the land. They do not have the trap and charm. Okay, we might have the char shot. They find a Raffini format. We get another lead, which is not bad. Here we are going to play the land. Play the other lead. Not basically finding anything. Play the Saruli. So we were able to whiff 2 leads in a row. Here we are going to play probably one drift as blocker. Oh, complaining always work. So we find the kill, the lucky draw of they concede. Okay, we whiff, indeed the whiffing in the worst case puts you closer to finding the good card that you missed. But still, you would prefer not to whiff. Now we do not have lands. Opponent is also mulliganing. Oh man, we go to 5. Going to 5 with this amount of lands is very sketchy, so maybe we don't go to 5. We just put down the drift. Here we are going to slowly getting lands out of the deck. It's funny how in these matchups where it would be important to have Sagus, we never find any Sagu. Here we have the Orochi, which is useful. We keep finding a huge amount of lands. Next turn we are going to try the battlement. The problem is Trap and Charm. Actually, we are going to. Yeah, we tried the battlement. Oh no, I misclicked. So yes, we try the battlement, and next turn we try. Now this could be a match loss mistake. They have for sure something against one battlement. Okay, we find the Saku. So what we are going to do is battlement into Sagu. Let's see what they kill. They kill correctly the battlement. We block one. They probably have the Remusian only. Yes, of course. But still, we get only 3 damages. Here we find a very, very good land end because we needed more mana. We are going to get another battlement. Oh no, actually, we are going to get a drift. So the plan for next turn is drift into lead, but I fear we might not have enough time. Okay, how I love this card. We still can play possibly the drift next turn if they don't have a third Trapping Charm. If we draw anything, we can play the drift as a blocker. And they had it. But of course, they needed to sandbag it. So now we die if they have the. Okay. So now we have theoretically infinite mana, but we don't have a kill condition. If we draw any defender, we have the kill. Here we just play a blocker and gain some life. They do not have or did not have the pledge. We still can untap if needed. We need them to tap out. If they attack. They don't. Now second shot at the kill. And we get it. Okay. How did they know we had the kill? They didn't see the drift, but they consider. Okay, 3-1 after triple trap and charm. So let's see if we can get the 4-1. Of course, we found only one of the decks we prepared for. We were expecting a lot of red, black-red, mono blue. We got one. Affinity, like, and elves. We get all the other. Match 4 against Ivan P, who is a strong Polish player, most likely on Bird. They also play very well Cascade Wolves. Let's see if our elucubrations mean anything. For example, we need to mulligan quite a bit. So here we are just preparing to lose. Because we drew a terrible hand. To be noticed that in 3 hands we never drew a 2 casting cost card, with part of this deck being have a lot of turn plays, except of course the land grant. They could be on fog, which is also not super easy. They are red. Monkey. Yeah. We keep drawing very useful cards. We draw a lead, which doesn't do much. Let's sacrifice this Axebane. Now we will need at least a land. We don't get it. We are dead, most likely. We are, of course, blocking. And they lost connection. So 3 bolts, or 2 bolts. Meaning we are dead. So they have the lava dart is 2 damage. No, they need 3 action spells. It's not going to change anything. We are going to lose this game. Let's hope they connect. I might just skip the video until they come back. Oh no, they are joining. I also have had the client randomly crash today. I usually have the client crashing whenever I do a trade. After the trade is completed, it crash. Sometimes when I finish a match or a league. So now 2 bolts are okay to kill us. They are just looking for the second one. Red. They play the red. They do not find much gas, which gives us a tiny hope. We go anyway. And we concede. To be noted that of course we binned the Freed. I mean, I must stop playing anyway. Okay, so here we play. We didn't see how many artifacts they play. We put a couple bundles just in case. So now we put away all the whiny ways. Oh, then like this. Let's see if it works. I should usually keep at least a couple of winding ways in the deck. But I cannot remember this leak if we had any good winding way. And we are playing 40 creatures. Here we have the mono island and okay, this is slightly better. So let's hope they start aiming at our Sarulis. The problem with this hand is that we need to draw a elite. We have a little bit of life buffer. We force them to use already 2 bolts. Even a single Vandal would be nice. We need to bring in, assuming we by any chance win this game, we need to bring also the third Vandal in. Let's see if they have the third bolt. They don't. Okay. We go get a battlement. We are going to block so that if they want to use the lava that they can. They for sure have the land. I would not expect them to play the Ren looking for lands. Now, they should play the Tomb Raider, not to lose it. And they are deciding if instead kill our shield wall, which is not too bad considering I have the pulse. Okay. So now we draw all the lands in the world. Now they are going to, yeah, possibly even the monkey. No monkey. Here we wait for one turn to see if we draw something. Get the lead, hoping to find a reasonable amount of stuff. We do. We play this and we wait. I want to be able to play the pulse. Okay. Okay. We have to go back to 16. We have the sneaky pulse open. They are representing a pyro, not only the lava dart. Okay. Here we are going to reaping. We gain some more life and we start attacking. Percussionist. Let's see if they want to play to block. They do. Now the thing is, if they have both. Okay, let's I play a lead. I want a Sago in theory. Just to be very, very precise and not to ask too much. I play the Sago and I pass. to be note that we haven't seen a single hydro, because with a single hydro we could have one. They kill our Sago, which is okay for us. We play Quirion, play a Tinderbolt. We don't even untap because we don't need it. Find yet another lead. I don't know how many creatures we have left. We have a lot on board. Here we just play many defenders and the last lead. We have one left, correct? 1, 2, 3. And we keep drawing nothing, which is not bad, but our secret evil plan at the moment is to just burn them out next turn. We had yes. We are really playing around these, actually behind these pots, the whole game. So we need 45 mana, but I think we have well in advance. Okay, so how many are these? Yeah, 13. So here we are going to just go for Invoker. And bat them down. Let's see if they have 4 bolts. Even 3 bolts and a Fireblast are not enough to kill us. I should have played first the... Okay. I don't know what they could get to save them, but maybe it was just I don't know. Okay, we win the second one. We need to bring in the Mast Vandal. Actually, also third path mine. Oh, yeah. We played around Pyro all the time. Ugh. They might have. They could not play Pyro. I'm not sure. We just remove one Quirion. Okay, this end is reasonable even if they kill our Saruli. We finally see a Hydroblast. Oh, they are mulligan heavily. They're down to 4. Here we are going to block all the day long. We, as always, against, well, now again, we tend to play for the long game. And right now, we actually have a very good situation. Here we take the 1 damage. Ah, unfortunate. I wanted to play the lead, but we drew the land. They are without cutting end. It's weird they play this land. Oh, they concede. Okay. Okay, we 4-1, losing only the mirror match and only to a turn 3 kill. We faced only 2 of the decks we wanted to face with these, let's say, new brew, and we kind of, well, we beat them both, even though the games were not very typical. Uh, Still, we had a positive leg. I'm not sure if this list is going to be useful. This kind of sideboard is possibly better suited to challenges or big tournaments than leagues, because we have seen in leagues there is a much higher variance in terms of matchups you face. Anyhow, thank you for watching. As always, apologies for the misplays, the rants, the salty appas, etc., etc. And see you uh, next week, maybe. At the end of this week, I will fly back to Italy and I will have about a month very, very busy. I'm not sure if I will be able to put multiple videos out. Anyhow, thank you again. Keep walling and see you next time. Ciao.